Guys, welcome to Virtual Magazines and Patterns. My name is Sophie, and today I have this fun Family Circle Easy Knitting from spring of 2003. It is spring, but there are some really great coastal patterns in here that I thought you guys would like. This is another one from my recent vintage pattern haul. So if you guys are interested to see what else I found in that, I'll link the video below so you can check it out. But this is a really good, fun magazine. So let's get into it and see what they have. First, they have these great TLC essential yarns. I love this ad. It's really cute. This is Coats and Clark with these cute little kittens there. I really like that ad. So as you can see, I said there was going to be some really fun patterns in here for summer. So I really hope you guys enjoy what we find in this one. So up front, just some, books and little doodads that they have, to talk about with knitting fans. So keep you up to date. Over here, 2002 Knit Out and Crochet. That's really cute. Look at that little dog sweater. I like this one with the Cotton Denim Aran booklet. So that would be a cool booklet to look through. Some Aran knits that are in like denim colors. I bet that was really nice. I saw this, and this may not be of interest to everyone. I don't know. I found it interesting, but it has a really nice, what do they call it? It's a sock yarn, but it has some nice stretch to it. I wonder how that knitted up. I'd like to try and find some of that. That'd be interesting. I love this little girl's dress. I love the gingham and the floral. It's really pretty. I'm a big fan of gingham, anything really. Here is sheep to skein, how wool yarn is made. And I don't know about any of you. Obviously, I am a knitting and crochet enthusiast. I love almost anything and everything to do with knitting, crochet, and yarn. And watching somebody make something from sheep to garment is just, I think, one of the most interesting things. There are not as many videos of that on YouTube as I wish there were, but there are a few. So I would suggest if you're into that kind of stuff to take a look, find some because they are so fun to watch. In fact, I know I've mentioned it a few times before, but me and my family recently moved from the city where I grew up my whole life to a farm in the country in West Virginia. And we are getting our footing in that arena. But one of the things that I think we are going to venture into at some point within the next year or two are possibly getting some Angora rabbits so that I might give spinning a try. So that's a really interesting article, I thought. Here's some more books. These are books that looks mostly to do with babies. Again, I don't knit a whole lot of things for little babies, but I do always look to see if these are books that I'm familiar with. Surprisingly, I'm not familiar with any of those, so those are all new to me. Some more ads, questions and answers. Favorite thing to do while knitting. I listen to music like Annie Lennox, Beethoven, Bob Dylan. Very nice. Down here, fun fashions for Barbie dolls. I'm not sure, but I want to say that I did see this on the Internet Archives. If I did, I'll try and put a link below for you guys. If not, I apologize if I got you excited. But those are really cool books, $25 each, but they do offer knits and crochet for Barbie. Okay, so knit one, bead one. This is about adding beads to your knitting. If you've never done that, you may be surprised at how simple that technique is. I love the way it looks. It's really beautiful. It adds a lot of interest to a piece. You could add it to sweaters. They have it on pillows here, down over here. But it's a really simple technique. Really, you're just adding a bead on before you knit a stitch, and there it is, and it just sits, and it's really cool. So you can see how they have some really neat pieces here where they added that. You just need a crochet hook. At least that's the way I've done it in the past. So here they're giving you changing colors, adding beads. Really cool technique. They give you a pattern here for a knitted heart bag with beads. So if you wanted to give it a go, that would be a good pattern to try. It looks pretty simple. And then here we're going to start on some of our patterns. We have this really pretty like sundress. I kind of like the not damaged, distressed look that they have going on there. And here's a really pretty tunic. I like that they added this like ribbon and the fringe on it, but that's a really pretty piece. It looks like a simple knit with just some embellishments. And then this is the cover girl right here, and it does have these do have extra large sizing, but how coastal does this look? This just makes me think of going to the beach in New England, and it makes me want to sit down on a deck and have a nice cocktail or something and enjoy my vacation. This piece right here is really pretty. That does not look like it would be terribly difficult at all. I like the detail on the edging there. And then this piece here is a beautiful piece to make for the summer. So I mention this sometimes with summer knits, but I always like to find really fun, cute patterns that are knit or crochet that you can wear in the summer. Knitting can sometimes feel more difficult to find for warmer months, but that piece is really pretty. That flutter sleeve is really nice. I loved this halter top. I'm going to include this pattern at the end because I just thought it was so pretty. It actually doesn't look very complicated, even though it does appear that they're going to be using some intarsia in there. And then you just have this fun, like beaded collar. Really nice. And then this is a fun piece. I like the color that they picked. It's like this pretty lilac, but with this fun poofy eyelash yarn to kind of match it. And it even has a hood. That would be great for a summer vacation. This piece is really pretty. I love how they did the sleeves in that contrasting yellow. Again, another simple piece that you can wear in the warm months, and it's really going to stand out. It's going to be unique, and it's really nice. And then we have this lovely lace knit top with these like elbow length sleeves and this pretty little bell cuff, I guess you'd call it. Here we have stars and stripes. So it's family patterns. It's all striped. This sweater, I know it's a simple sweater, a crew neck sweater, with some stripes in it, but I really am enjoying the colors and the stitch definition there. It's a nice piece. And then the little girls here look really soft. I think that's a chenille yarn, but it's really pretty. It looks really soft. Here we have the cruise control spread. So we have some pieces that you might take with you if you were going for a cruise in the summer. So this lovely tank right here, that's going to work up really quick. This piece is classic. You could wear that with shorts or with nice slacks to dinner. I like this piece here. I love the choker. Definitely reminds me of the early 2000s. And they even have this nice little beanie cap up there. And then this pretty sweater. This is a really nice silhouette. I like that nice scoop neck and then the little striping there, but this waistband, it's a really nice piece. Again, these are such pretty classics that you could just wear all the time for years, I think. I don't think that you would ever get tired. This is from 2003, and I don't see any reason why this would not still look beautiful today. Here we have some kid knits and crochet, I think. Really pretty pieces. Nice. That's definitely a classic early 2000s guy sweater. Here's some fun accessories. I love this bag. It's so pretty. I'll pop this pattern up at the end because I think that would be a really fun one. And it is nicely made too. So it does have some dimension to it, not just with the flowers. Here's like a pretty little crocheted skull cap. We have this really nice shawl right here. And she's reading on the beach. Oh, that sounds so nice. I love a good book on the beach. I cannot go to the beach with less than like 2 or 3 books. I really enjoyed this piece here, this crocheted cover tank. I thought that was really pretty, and she makes it look so nice with the pants and the little bikini top underneath. This piece right here with all the little flowers stitched on it, that's a nice cover up. We have this pretty beach shawl and then this nice little beachy skirt. Here, the white way. Let's see. If you've ever fallen in love with a sweater pattern, you've probably knit it several times in a variety of colors. You can also create new textures on a tried and true garment by simply choosing different yarn or changing the needle size. So learn how to recreate your favorite style. All you need is a little know-how. The gauge game. So this is a neat little spread here to give you some more information and technique. Okay, so this spread I thought was fun. And again, I know I've mentioned I don't do a lot of children's clothing, but how cute is this ice cream cone sweater and the little train sweater? She's really sweet up here. But what I like the most about it is this happy birthday cake. This pattern is in the magazine, and I'm going to make sure to pop that up at the end because that is just a really fun piece. And if you enjoy knitting just for fun, or if you are looking for something that is just fun to make, I think that would fall into that category for sure. And some more pieces here. These just really nice little pieces. This is cute. It's a belt and a top. This piece right here is really nice. So lots of accessories and things like that in this magazine. So here we have the stitch guide for knitting. They do talk about gauging. And then we have the basics of crochet. And there's the yarn. Have any of you out there taught yourself to knit and or crochet? If you have, did you do it from a book or a magazine? Or did you teach yourself from YouTube videos? I'm just curious how you learned. I learned with a combination of my grandmother and videos on YouTube. I don't know that I would have been able to figure it out just from print. I'm curious if anybody else out there has. But here's some more of the definitions and stitch guide information. And then we start the patterns here. So this is that lovely dress we saw with that kind of distressed look. And then that's the tunic, and that's that cover girl right here. And then it moves into that pretty lilac colored wrap, and then that flutter sleeve. Here is that great halter top with the chart right there. And then that's the one, the like hoodie sweatshirt with the eyelash yarn. But this one I thought was really cool. And there's the back. Here we have that nice one with the color blocked sleeves. It's kind of like a raglan, I guess you'd say. And here's that one with the lace knit and the elbow length sleeves. And that goes all the way up to here. And then we get into the striped sweaters that showed the whole family, the ladies, the babies, the little girl. And then up here's the little boys, and then the men's. And that goes all the way up to there. Then this is the cruise control pieces over here. So there's that pretty little tank. And here's that nice classic tunic, sleeveless tunic tank. Here is the, let's see, do they give us, I don't think they give us the patterns for the hats, but it does give us, that's that halter with that chevron on the bottom. And then here is that nice scoop neck short sleeve sweater with the striping and that nice waistband. And then it looks like they're going to get into those children's pieces. So there's quite a few of those. Here is the crocheted bag with the flowers and the skull cap. Then we have that nice little shawl. And this is that pretty tank cover up, crocheted cover up that she had on over her bikini top. And here is that full cover top with the like white flowers on it. Here's another little beach shawl. And here is that beach skirt. Goes all the way to there. This is the pattern for that spread that was talking about altering your favorite sweater patterns and things like that. So they're giving you that pattern there. And here is the birthday cake pattern. So you can see it gives you the top tier, bottom tier, middle tier, all of that. And it goes all the way over to here. And then they just get into the remainder of those children's pieces, those cute crochet knit sweaters. There's the train graph there. And then we have the ice cream sweater here with the pattern or the chart there. Look how cute that is. Really sweet. Here's some of that crocheted, those crocheted pieces. The little belt bag there, very nice. These little crocheted sweaters down here. They have a pullover V-neck and it looks like a cardigan as well. They did have quite a few kids pieces in here, but they're really cute ones and they don't look very difficult or like they would take very long. So it looks like that is the end of our patterns here. And then we just have a few ads in the back because in 2003, the internet was really starting to kick. So I don't think they've had as many in the back. Ooh, that's fun. I like that a lot. Knitting faith in the future. So that's a cute little ending article there. But that is the end of this issue of Family Circle Easy Knitting. I hope you guys liked this one. If you did, let me know in the comments which ones were your favorite, if you're going to make any of them. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And until the next one, I hope you guys find some really fun summer knits and crochet pieces to make. Bye.